Hi, everyone. It's Michael Dobbs. I'm here again with Paul Walsh. And this week we thought we'd do something a little bit different. So, over the past 3 months, we've been talking to you about how we can use AI together with external data in order to really drive sales at retail and our CPG partners. And so we wanted to take a moment and do a recap of the different things that we've been discussing with you. And we started off talking about how we use external data, weather, but also things like local events and points of interest around a store in order to understand the hyper-local retail events around that store. And from there, we started talking about both the internal and the external data that drive this decision making, like having a better understanding of the different assortments that should be in a store-to-store basis, what the demand forecast should be within a store so that you can have the right amount of product on the shelf in the store. You don't want to have too much. That's a waste of inventory and working capital, but you don't want to have too little. You'll run out of sales. We looked at things like how you can do a better job of understanding the labor that should be in the stores. And all of these different things we do by understanding the neighborhood around the store, which really comes back to that external data. We then took another step to understand how do you use this external data to drive marketing programs. So think about understanding the weather around a store. We use weather, we use other external events to drive marketing around the stores. So now we've got an understanding of what's happening at the store level. How do we actually use the IBM knowledge and information to come up with these understandings and these insights? And the answer is the IBM Garage. The IBM Garage is this agile methodology that we use in order to combine this external and internal data together with these great AI modules that we have created and we can create for our partners. And so the final piece of this is, how do our partners actually implement this? There's far too much data and information going back and forth for this to be done manually. And so it's really important that once we create the solution in the IBM Garage, that we work with our partners to integrate these solutions seamlessly into their organizations. So that's really a recap of the last 3 months that we've spent with you online. And please feel free to review the history of these videos and let us know if you have any questions.
You know, we've been talking for the last couple of months now about how businesses are integrating this kind of data. When you can connect the dots between optimizing a demand forecast and using the same math that went into that optimization to power marketing, and you put that together within a large enterprise strategy approach, the value of doing that is immense. And what we're seeing now with the onset of COVID is businesses are accelerating their digital reinvention. And the kind of work that Michael and I are talking about, the ability to sense and understand, and most importantly, integrate those insights into an enterprise are tremendously valuable. And we know that can lead to 100 or 200 or 300 basis point improvement in total revenue. The key is, how do you get to there? Mostly every retailer and CPG company that I interact with that's got any kind of seasonal business looks at weather data. But very, very few have a process where they can actually integrate that weather into the broader enterprise, use analytics to drive value from that. And the way to do that is to use an IBM Garage that Michael just mentioned. So if you've got any questions about how to get started with something like that, please reach out and let us know. Thanks. Bye-bye.